Hello everyone, welcome to a new video today. It's been a while. We're gonna play another game, and let's play C4. And I want to make an anecdote on the opening, where, you know, in this modern age, without a good opening, you won't really be playing for a win at some point. I think this is right about the point where you kind of need some theory to get you by, get you going. Um, so yeah, that's why I played an opening where I don't know anything of, which is c4. And usually they put the knight on c3, guarding the e4 square, I guess. He played d6. Maybe he wants to play e4 next move. Sorry, e5. But we're starting with knight to c3. And we can still be flexible if he doesn't play e4 to play d4, some type of queen's gambit structure. Now he can't, since he has played this. Well, we kept play d4, but then our queen would centralize, but also be pushed away from the central squares immediately. So we're gonna go d3. Knight c6, controlling more squares in the center. Bishop d2, also controlling the square, and he goes for a symmetrical. So I'm guessing that our opponent doesn't know anything about this opening, so we're pretty much in the same boat, and he's just copying my moves. So that does give me some sense of rest, but we also still have to make good moves, figure things out. I think we should just start with knight f3, bishop e7. He's copying us, and we're just gonna start it off slow. We're just gonna castle. We have a very symmetrical structure, and we could strike with d4 now. Since we're white, since we're the one who initiated the development, so we are always a little bit faster. Look, comparatively, the difference between his structure and mine is that I already castled and he didn't. It's just that, yeah. So I think d4 makes sense, but we have to calculate. Takes, knight takes. Well, even knight takes. We take with queen, and we line up something here. So you could go knight h5, targeting my queen, but also defending the bishop from this square with the knight. And that doesn't look that good. So we thought about it. It didn't work. Let's just grab more space in the center with e4. And this e4 move, I don't think we have to calculate that much, because it's just this, right? Now we could potentially go e5, but then we would lose the pawn, right? So maybe we should go rook e1, prepare for this move. That makes sense. We can also go d3, open up the bishop. But that makes it easier for him to, get a game plan going. But I feel like still d3 is the move to play here. Stabilizing the pawns. He will probably play e4. E5 again. No! He decides not to. And goes for this. Well, now he is threatening to go here with the knight. And then have this annoying pin and annoying knight here. I think we should immediately respond to this by playing h3. Chasing away the bishop. Or if he wants to, we can take. And we have the long-term bishop pair. And that should help us in the endgame. He goes back. Sensible. And now we can decide. We can decide to develop the bishop. You can decide to develop the rook to e1, still thinking about these sort of plans. You can also move the queen to a more active square, but I'm not sure where the queen belongs. It does belong on c2, d2, e2, b3, no clue. The bishop definitely wants to go here, maybe, trading off his strong bishop for my weak one. That sounds like a reasonable plan, right? And what he wants to do is probably play queen c8, but then we can play king h2. That should be okay. But then this pawn will be undefended. And if I play the rook to e1, so rook e1 has disadvantages as well. So let's develop the bishop to e3. It cannot yet be attacked. Then we might play our queen to d2, but again, we should notice our opponent also makes moves. Here we can play king h2, defending the pawn simply. And now, even though we spent a lot of time over the last two moves, I still think we are doing great. So he plays h5, and the most logical approach here would be, oh, he wants to play h4, but I don't see any downside to that because we can play g4. You can even, yeah, it just seems illogical. Now we go for our own plan, and we play queen d2, lining up the battery to exchange of this bishop. This is the only plan I see, unfortunately, but yeah, a bad plan is better than no plan. And I will go very quickly. Oh, I want to make some tea. So he plays a6, wants to play b5, takes. So not right away, but maybe after he goes here, wants to play b5. We can stop this prophylactically with a4. So after here, take. And we're basically discouraging him from doing that. Could also just go for our plan, which also makes sense, because this cannot be played immediately. There are no such, scared. I'm not really scared of this b5 move. So I'm just gonna go for my own plan here, hoping it will turn out well. So he goes there, which is a bit weird. This feels something is wrong, right? Yes, he's turning to take, but this takes him 2 moves to execute. So he's basically just waiting out time, and in that time he could, figure out the plan to play. Could figure out some plans to play. So the position is completely locked because of the pawns. He wants to play b5 long term. Where do we want to break? I'm feeling like I want to play f4, but I can't because my knight is in the way. Also, I want to put the knight here on d5. And yeah. And then everything is done and dusted. Yeah. You can also break with d4. But after d4 takes. Like his pawn structure looks quite strong. Like imagine something like this. And then you have this solid pawn structure. There's nothing much going for us. He is really playing solidly without any ambition. b5 is his ambition. a4 feels a bit committal. But it might as well be the move in a position. So let's just play a4 because of lack of better. a4 because of lack of better. And then we can start to think about other maneuvers. So he goes rook h. What is he doing? So he doesn't really think about this move, because he is still 9 minutes. So I think we could either try to smash him down, or we can try to slow play this. And let's try to slow play this actually. We go a4, a5, locking down this. And if he goes here, we break down the structure. And there's nothing. He has no plan. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's taking less than the appropriate time needed for every move. This move doesn't do anything. I'm gonna go here. Bishop takes, I don't care. Rook takes. Yeah, and this knight actually belongs here. I don't know what's it doing here. But I want to go here and here. But now the bishop is defending it, and he wants to prepare this, I guess. That's my best guess. Alright, how to improve our structure. I think we can go knight e1, knight c2, challenging this knight. Which makes sense. Can also go knight g5, f4, and then knight f3 back. But I think this is far more... this has far more ideas than what we previously did. And yes, we are getting low on time, but you know, we can always blitz when things get frisky, and I quite like time trouble for some reason. Knight a4 is still an idea, but I'm gonna delay it for a little bit. Just for a little bit, because he has to find moves too. And essentially, like, I think we're getting some difficulty in this position. He doesn't really want to play. See, he goes back. He doesn't know what to do. We make progress. We play f4. We can play this. Oh, we should have played knight a4 actually. And now he decided, oh, yeah, maybe it belonged here. He's going for this square. This is actually a good move. This is actually a good move. Here we should actually be careful. I think rook a3 just gets this thing out of this one. But he still has this pesky knight. He still has the pesky knight. But rook a3 solves our problems. Gets a rook lift in. Potentially could go b3 in the near future. I think this is done and dusted. Out of this world. And we are threatening to play e5 at any moment. We are threatening to play knight a4 at any moment. We are also threatening to play knight f3. We have ideas. So by going back, playing f4, you know, we did the right thing. And by him, alright. h4, I think this is pretty much a no-brainer, but I feel like he wants to sack or something. Here, takes, knight takes, check. And I have to go king here. Ooh, it's getting frisky now. He is starting to get ideas. And we are low on time to figure everything out. What to do. We want to go here. But as I know, every 1500 wants to sack everything, and this is not the position to sack everything, which is beneficial to me. What I meant was, it's definitely not beneficial for me to sack now. But I also don't want to open it up. I really underestimated this. Oops. I really underestimated this. Oh no. I think we have to go for it. We have to let him sack. I don't know how he's gonna sack, but yeah, I have to give it to him. It's a really nice idea. Like, all his pieces are here and all my pieces are here. We might lose this one, actually. Not gonna lie. If he takes with a bishop, we could potentially play e5. Because after takes, this is just flat out annoying. Flat out annoying. So I'm gonna go e5 here. Because now if it takes, we can just simply take. We can take this with check, by the way. This knight has not really great squares to go to. And we're most scared for knight takes. Queen takes? I don't know. But knight takes would be the scariest, I feel. Also, when this knight goes away, we can start to put our knight on better squares. We can put the knight on f3. This is not really a threat. We still are safe from the rook because we didn't take. The rook is still not on the open file he needs to be in. Like if this pawn would be gone, then we have trouble here. But this pawn is actually helping us now. And after the knight moves, you can go knight d4 probably. Maybe here, maybe here. All sort of threats. Not really calculating much, but all sort of threats. Knight c2 still looming in the air, or knight f3. Well, knight f3 takes. We have to almost take with the rook, so that wouldn't be great. He goes there, maybe targeting here. Maybe he wants to go here actually, which is annoying for the rook. But let's go here first, centralizing our rook, and we want him to take. Like, I would love for him to take and for him to open up this file. And we're also trying to go rook b6, knight b6. I just saw that. I just did it because it looked good. But knight b6 is definitely a threat. He goes there. Targeting the rook, the rook, the rook. I guess we just respond to this. We can also just attack the queen with tempo, but then takes also targets our thing. So I'm gonna go here. And the position looks really, really weird. The position looks really, really weird. Goes bishop back. So we can win something now. We can win the rook, which wasn't doing anything in the first place, but we can win the rook nevertheless. Could have also taken here. That could have been. But there, I wouldn't know where to go next. So it goes there. Maybe it goes go there if I don't take. That makes sense. So I am gonna take. Takes there. Okay, let's take back. He's trying to confuse me, and he is definitely doing that. Oh, now here's a discovery. That's actually quite nice. Just to go there. So let's stop that. Let's stop that. Try to exchange pieces. That was actually a nice idea. That was actually a really nice idea. So he's up 2 pounds, but we're up the exchange. He takes the knight. Okay. That I didn't see. I'm really confused now. He wants to mate me, but it's not possible. I assume. Because knight there, okay. Well, we'll just cramp up here. Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, we got outplayed. But let's see where we went wrong. It was very complicated. Obviously, I didn't have the time. We did got a better position, but we screwed up here by taking the pawn. Maybe we should have come back, because I didn't realize that you know, this would open up and he would have such a crazy position where this is really strong. Queen f4 still good, but I do drop this. But yeah, what else to play, right? Because if I go here, yes, there's double attack, and I have to move my king, and then I lose my queen. But then I win it back. So what's the right move here? Oh, you have this check. Oh yeah, of course. After take, he can take my queen. Yeah, so there it went all wrong. So if we continued with knight b6, takes, like, he's still in his own way. And now after we take, the queen is not here, the knight is safe. Yeah, I just panicked in that moment, I'm guessing, or I was doing this thoughtlessly. Yeah, and that actually, that move caused us to lose on the spot. I wasn't really seeing what he was doing here, but there were so many threats. Here, f6, and I think I have to sack it. Yeah, takes, well, knight takes, seems logical. And yeah, the rook is very misplaced. Yeah, in this position, we should have just gone back. That was very sad to see. I thought we would just open up the rook, a very common mistake, to look for your own plan and not for your opponent's. And then I just completely forgot this knight was still here, which was supposedly had to go here. We allowed the knight to come in. That's also something I shouldn't have done. So let's go through the opening, because this is where we allowed a lot of play. Take, a4, a5. This I found weird. Knight h5 instead. So here I was scared of this. The engine says, oh, just play e5. We allow this, who cares? Oh, this comes with tempo. And after this, we just gain 2 knights for rook. Alrighty then. It makes sense. It does make sense. But we played here. Still not a bad move. Still not a bad move. g4. And now e4. You could have just simply taken, apparently. But I really, yeah, I really didn't know if this was playable after takes, king h1. Oh, how does the attack continue? Yes, we don't know. I was really scared of it. But the best move is to go back, which is not a good thing for black, right? It doesn't intuitively feel good. And we go here. Okay, I was just scared for nothing. Okay, that's. All right. We lower our points. Thank you guys for watching. This one will be a pain in the ass to upload. So yeah, bye bye.